Aquarius, welcome to your mid-September general love tarot reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love tarot reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Aquarius. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. To only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone who really needs to hear these messages. And of course, hi cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in an Aquarius. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Aquarius and cross watchers that energy is fluid. And this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you may feel the roles are flipped, reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation at best. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get your reading started. And I like to start my readings by doing a mini meditation to clear and set the energy, but if you're just here for the card pull, I understand. You could go ahead and check out the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you here with me now, thank you so much for joining me. It really does help me connect to your energy by doing this. So I'm going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in, and I'm going to ring the sound bowl 3 times. And during that time, I just want you to open up your energy to ask the questions you have in your love life, and we'll see what Spirit has to say. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say for you guys. And for this reading, I am tuning into an energy in around your psychic field of someone that has romantic feelings or intentions towards you right now in this moment, whether you are single or taken, whether you're currently in a connection or in separation with this energy. Let's see whose energy is coming through, why they're coming through, and what does this mean for you guys for now to the end of September. Tell me about this energy that wants to connect to Aquarius's love reading. Tell me about this. Okay, the letter B is coming up for me as in Brenda or Brian. First, middle, last initial can mean something to someone. So first we have date, and it says meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there, plan, set a date. So this is someone who wants to date you. This is someone that wants to take you out on a date, maybe has recently asked you out on a date. And I do feel like they dress really like for a lack of better words, clean is coming forward. Like maybe they dress really nicely, really like they like to wear blazers, they like to wear ties, or they like to wear, you know, tailored pants. Like this person just is like coming off as like very professional. And I do feel that that's a part about this person that really turns you on, Aquarius. And they're really smart, really intelligent. And they know how to use their words really well. So I wonder if some of you guys are dealing with another air sign or someone with strong air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, possibly Aquarius energy. But let's go ahead and pull some more cards to get deeper into this. Tell me more about this energy here for Aquarius. Okay, we have owl spirit with wisdom. That's why I was feeling that like intellect energy, right? This person's very wise. This person's very strategic, calculated, but not in a, you know, bad way I'm feeling from this, but in a way that they think before they act. And maybe this person has had their eye on you for some time, or maybe they've been trying to get more research, or maybe been watching your social media, or if you guys work together, which possibly I feel for some of you, you do. They've been trying to, you know, get to know you more, get to know your interests, what you like to do, and really understand and weigh out the costs and benefits before they put themselves out there. And everything you've been showing them is everything they like to see. And with this wisdom spirit, almost as if like for a lot of you, just the conversations you two can have will open each other's eyes. And I wonder if some of you have already had those types of conversations with this person, but if not, I definitely feel there's a lot of interesting insights you guys could bring to one another. And maybe even some of you guys come off as pretty like opposite, but maybe you guys are more alike than what it seems, and you'll understand that through the conversations that they want to have with you in September. But definitely they're getting information. Definitely they're trying to get to know you more, and they're very, very observant. So don't take their silence as disinterest. I think that they're just in data collecting mode, honestly, with you right now, Aquarius. Okay, tell me more. Someone could be wearing red right now, or red is someone's favorite color, aura color. Number 27 is on that card as well. That can mean something to someone. Tell me more about this energy for Aquarius. And then we have codependent, I need you. Ooh, interesting. So I wonder this is why someone is kind of taking things slowly, because they know how they get. Now I'm kind of feeling Scorpio energy, and not to say the Scorpios are codependent, but I just definitely feel as if this person is a lot deeper and more complex than maybe what they put out there. And they have this huge source of wisdom. But at the same time, as much as they try to be a little bit more disconnected, I feel they do that because once they latch onto something, or once they really feel something, they feel it intensely. And so I think that's why there's a little bit of holding back on their end, because they know how deep this can go within themselves. And maybe in the past, before they start to have like these like very intense feelings, that they don't kind of want to take over if this is still in the phase of getting to know you, or if it's like the very beginning of dating you. So I think that's why there may be a little bit of a, you know, I wouldn't say a guard, but I would just say a little bit of a restraint here. But definitely, I think the more they date you this month, or after your first date, or whatever this timeline of this is for you guys, I think there's a big part of them that is going to start to cling on to you, wanting to be around you more and wanting to need you more in their life, Aquarius. And that may be more prominent by the end of the month. So let's go ahead and get into the tarot. So with the tarot, I'm going to ask, how do they feel about you right now? What do they think of you? What do they like about you? What do they not like about you? What do they like about the connection they have with you currently? What do they not like about it? And what are their highest hopes and deepest fears in regards to this connection with you, Aquarius? What are they really hoping is going to happen and unfold between the two of you? And what are they afraid of? Wow, these are very, very positive cards to come out. I mean, crushing, it was been a crushing vibe with this person for quite some time, but this is getting more serious. The more they're around you, the more they hang out with you, the more that they are officially dating you. They want something serious, and we see that here with the Ace of Pentacles, or you have serious potential with this person if it's still in the very beginning stages here. Yeah. Whew. Ooh, so interesting. We're gonna have to talk about that here. Okay. So bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. Wow. Aries energy, Scorpio energy. So talk about paradigm shifts. Talk about like a complete collapse of an old version of themselves that they thought they were the moment they met you. And maybe it wasn't the moment they met you, but as they started to get to know you, more of this older version of themselves is starting to fall apart. And this older version, again, may be very clean cut, or very professional, or very analytical, detached. And I don't know, something about your entrance into their life has shifted that. And in a positive way too. The Tower only falls when it's built off of a faulty foundation. So there was some belief they had, or some lifestyle they were choosing before they met you, that was really on its last straw, really. And I think that you were the straw that broke the camel's back. And this is kind of what has started to, now that this idea of themselves, or the thought of what they wanted in their love life, or whatever this belief system was that they held firmly within themselves for quite some time, has crashed down. Now, others of you, there could be a breakup that happened in someone's life that was pretty shocking and eye-opening. I wonder if someone then, you know, saw the opportunity to kind of come in or be more open to love and romance due to that connection breaking. Like, I almost felt like the need to cry there for a second. So this was definitely very difficult for someone. Tower moments are not easy to go through. So I wonder if there was like long-term partnership where there was betrayal, there was infidelity, there was lying, there was stealing, something that kind of collapsed someone's vision or idea of what their love life was going to be with someone from the past. And so maybe, again, I don't know how long ago this was. For some of you, I'm hearing January. Maybe they had a birthday in January. Maybe this happened in January. It's not for everyone, obviously. But I think that this is kind of like where someone really started to see that there's a piece of this that needed to be break down, and through honestly conversation with you, it's helping them restore the tower within themselves, a stronger belief within themselves, a stronger belief of what they want in their love life. And you've been very eye-opening, Aquarius. You really have been. So let's get into this. How they feel about you: 9 of Cups, Pisces energy. So they definitely feel as if you would be someone perfect for them. That not just with 9 of Pentacles energy, you look good, you make good money, you would be someone to show off almost as like a trophy. You're more than that. You are someone that is very empathic, very kind, very wise, intuitive. And they feel like they, at a soul level, even past if you could be, gorgeous, handsome, but it's like your soul energy is what they're most drawn to. And it's like a bit of magic you carry, and I'll get to that with the moon card. A bit of a mysteriousness, but a bit of a pull where it's like, this is what I've needed in my life. I needed someone like Aquarius to restabilize me, to restructure me. And even if you guys were to describe each other as being pretty opposite, there's something you fulfill within them that they needed to be fulfilled ever since the tower fell for them. And so they're wishing on this, Aquarius. They're hoping that something comes out of this. They're hoping that something will flourish between the two of you, because they feel like you could be the person that they've been looking for since the tower fell in their life. And what they think about this and think about you is the Ace of Pentacles. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So if you guys have been dating this person and you've gone on a few dates, things have been going well, then I do feel confident enough to say that they're thinking of offering a commitment here. They're thinking of putting a good foot forward to establish something here between the two of you, to make it real between the two of you and exclusive. Others of you, if it's just still kind of the beginning stages, they definitely see potential. I mean, this combined with the 9 of Cups, they find you to be a rare find. Not a lot of people are like you, Aquarius, in their eyes. They haven't felt like they've met someone that, in their opinion, has like the whole package. And with the Ace of Pentacles, if they've been trying to find someone to commit to or to be in a long-term relationship with or connection with, you're definitely the first contender they've had in quite some time. I'm seeing like little rock towers. I don't know if someone's built that in their yard, at their home. Anyway. What they like the most about you is the moon card. Pisces energy, Cancer energy. You could have Pisces, Cancer rising, moon. Does not have to be the case. But this is part of the magic and the mystery. You are someone that is very, and again, it sounds cliche because you're Aquarius and you're known for this, but again, you bring such a different, unique vibe to this person's life. So again, this person can be very analytical, very logical, but you bring a little bit of the mystery, the magic. I wonder, like, you carry a different type of wisdom that doesn't just look at cold, concrete, hard facts, but you feel the energies around you. You sense things before they happen. You could possibly be psychic and intuitive, and that's something that they've noticed about you. Now, there's something about the way you look that almost feels like otherworldly, ethereal, magical type of looks. And even if you identify as a man, like, you could definitely have this quality to you. Dreamy eyes is what I'm hearing for some of you guys, and they love, love, love your eyes. They could stare at them all day. But I feel with the moon card here, it's just you bring that difference in their white life, their world, that adds a little bit of mystery, that especially if you guys are very interested in spirituality and talk about your spirituality, that's the difference that they've never really quite encountered before. Whether they come from like a specific, scientific background or a very like religious background, you provide a different insight into it that makes them curious. And I think something else too is that like it intrigues them that they really need to discover more about you. They know there's different layers to you that they're excited to uncover. And I do feel you're the type that doesn't let people see you at a certain level unless you feel secure and open for that. There's some people who wear their heart on their sleeves. You could read them like a book. You're a little bit harder to crack, Aquarius. And I wonder too, with the moon card here, you do feel emotional about certain topics. You do feel passionate about it. And you're not afraid, and it feels like, you know, humanitarian topics or spiritual topics, but they can tell that that's coming from your heart and your soul when you speak on those things. And they can feel that genuinity and authenticity, even if it's not popular, even if it's not common. Now, this is interesting. What they don't like about you is the Magician. Not a common card for this placement here, but Gemini energy, Virgo energy. Let me first say that there's 3 ones here. 111 could be a number confirmation you've been seeing quite a bit. Your birthday could be February 1st, February 11th, January 21st, January 31st. What I feel with this Magician energy, though, is this undeniable pull to you, and this is where that codependent energy comes in. You're bringing out a side of them. I don't think you're doing this purposely, but you're bringing out a side of them that they find to be weak, that they try to rein in, but your pull is undeniable. And they, you know, whether this is logical or not, which goes despite everything they try to be, which maybe is a reason why they feel so conflicted here, is that they kind of blame your energy of pulling this out of them uncontrollably. And they try so hard to maintain it, maintain their composure, maintain their, you know, cool. They try to be cool, calm, collected, but it's a lot harder with you, Aquarius. So it's almost like an example here would be, they're not big on social media. They don't you follow that many influencers, musicians, or whatever, but they're very much tuned into yours. Like, and this is just an example. It doesn't, if you don't have social media, please bear with me for a second, but it's like, with you and your social media, they'll check up on it. They'll see your stories. They'll see what you're up to and doing. And they feel ashamed or foolish for being so drawn into it this way. That only you have made, I mean, recently, definitely, but maybe even ever have pulled this out of them, Aquarius. What they like the most about this connection is the 7 of Cups. Scorpio energy, another interesting placement here. So I feel as if right now, especially if it's been relatively new, there's still a lot up in the air. And maybe for some, the fact that both of you haven't given each other definite answers of, you know, no, I'm not interested in you, or yes, I'm interested in you, it kind of keeps the momentum of the curiosity alive here. I wonder what they'll do if I send this. They kind of like the passiveness of this so far, which could be frustrating for those of you that are like, come on, let's get to the point. But I think right now they like the ambiguity that is exchanging between the two of you, because I think it goes back to that idea of wanting to understand you more before they go all in. And maybe there's still some things that they need to find out or that they need to understand better before, you know, their heart goes all in on this. But I feel with the 7 of Cups energy, different emotions come up within them about the situation with you. I think that they get really excited. I think that they get really scared. But I do think it keeps their life very exciting in their love life right now, with all these different emotions are starting to stir up within them. But I do think these emotions are trying to tell them something. And they're figuring that out the more they get with you and the more that they hang out with you and get to know you, Aquarius. Now, what they don't like about this connection is the 5 of Swords. Aquarius energy. There's 2 different things that could be applied here. For some of you guys, maybe this person could be a little sensitive, although they would never admit it, as to where maybe you guys could roast each other, joke with each other, debate with each other. They take some instances of that a little bit more to heart than maybe what you intended. I'll throw that out there. But for a lot of you, I wonder if this is their inner turmoil. And I wonder if a lot of them kind of figure that maybe, especially if they're in the observation mode and maybe with like the ambiguity that they do like mostly from this, they're afraid if they're reading the signs incorrectly, they're afraid that like they're putting on this projection of interest that isn't really there. And they're kind of sabotaging themselves in that way if it's not what they're hoping it is, that you're feeling the same way, that you also have this crush that wants to go further. And even if you guys are dating, it almost feels a little bit unreal to them in that sense with the Seven of Cups and the Five of Swords. And that's where, you know, a little bit of insecurities come in, but they're really fearful or unsure if like this is only one-sided, and then that gets them harder on themselves. They start to critique themselves. Why did I say that? Why did I do this? And yeah, they're very much like an inner critic. If you don't send the message they think that would reflect that you feel the same way. But again, like I think part of the frustration here is like they don't get what it is about you that has made them become this conflicted, this nervous, when this hasn't happened to them in quite some time. This is the most interesting card here. What they like the most about this connection is the Devil. Now, do I think this person is coming from malicious, vindictive, and tendencies of wanting to control you? No. How I feel this, and I do want to clarify this card in a second, is that their desire, their temptation, especially if you guys are like still in the very, very beginning stages of getting to know each other, or even like they haven't even expressed their feelings for you yet, but it's very much felt, Aquarius. Like I especially with the Moon card, I think you know that this person is crushing on you, that they have been like very subtly flirting with you. They're hoping that the desire and the amount of desire that they feel so out of control with is something that you also feel on a level of that passion, that desire, that animalistic tendency that we have as humans to just want to, you know, again, lack of better words, like devour each other spiritually, emotionally, sensually. They've been holding back, but they have a very, very strong sexual desire for you. And again, I do want to confirm it's not just from a very superficial level. With the Nine of Cups, with the Ace of Pentacles, it's more than that. But I think if you guys haven't hooked up, if you haven't been intimate with one another, man, have they been imagining it, imagining what it would be like. And this part of themselves is getting harder and harder to hold back. And they're hoping that they won't have to hold that back anymore, and that they can go all in and show you the amount of desire, the amount of temptation that they've had since the feelings have started with you. But let's go ahead and clarify this Devil card here. But overall, yeah, I think they're hoping that you're feeling that same passion, that same inability to not control yourself around this person. Tell me more about the Devil here. Nine of Pentacles, interesting. 2 nines now are forward. February 9th, February 19th, or January 29th could be someone's birthday. Tell me more. Tell me more about the Devil card here for Aquarius. And the Ace of Cups. Wow. Bottom of the deck, Death. Ooh. Scorpio energy, water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, and Virgo energy here. Okay, this adds another layer to this that's even more complex. They're hoping, again, if they've been trying to restrain, trying to keep their feelings in, this whole, you know, I need you energy is really scary to them. Maybe with the Devil card here, that if they see you feel the same way and see that there's potential here where both of you can love each other but not constrain each other, if they can see that clearly and see that maybe it's okay to have this, you know, human side to themselves, that they don't have to deny anymore, that they don't have to restrain anymore, if they kind of let that ego die of needing to do that, I think they would see that you feel the same way, that it's up, you know, I'm down for this if you are. 2 aces here. That something and someone wants a beginning to happen, and maybe to go over this ambiguity, maybe to come out of the dating zone, maybe to have something, because this tension has been building between the two of you, more serious. And they know you're a hot commodity with the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. Come on now. And if they don't act soon, maybe that this opportunity will slide away. And I do think there's a big part of them that is hoping that they don't have to be afraid of caring so much about this and so much about you. Three aces, come on. Ace of Swords, deepest fears. This is interesting. Air energy, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. They're afraid that the truth may be something that is going against what they've been feeling about this, hoping for this, fantasizing about this. That you would have a conversation that gives them the solid no. They're afraid maybe that their own truth would come out too soon, and it would make the timing kind of weird between the two of you. They're afraid of speaking out on this right now, in case if they were to send that confirmation, send that message, or tell you how they feel, it would lead to some sort of downfall here between the two of you. For whatever reason, that's what they fear. All right, Aquarius, to see the likely outcome of the situation, what is likely to happen and unfold from now to end of the month, you need to be aware of, prepared for. We're going to go ahead and take this to Patreon for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome, pull some more tarot oracle cards, just dive deeper into this. So if you guys are really curious about what is going to happen and you really felt this was your reading, I promise there'll be more clarity and answers for you in the extended reading. If you'd like to join me for the extended, open up the description box of this video where you will find the link to Patreon that will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where you depart, Aquarius, I really hope this resonated with you. I hope that this has given you the clarity, insight, healing, and guidance that you were looking for by watching this message. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Aquarius, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Aquarius.